Let's transfer our scatter plot and correlation skills back to Excel. So let's recreate some of those correlations that we have calculated and some of those scatter plots using Excel so that we're sure that we know how to do that as well. Let's just start with the overall age and the overall year. I held down the Control or the Command key to select those two non-contiguous sets or columns. And under my Insert menu or Insert ribbon, I'm going to come under the recommended charts, and the first one is a scatter plot. I could also find it right here where it says, did you want an XY scatter? There are some options to add lines. Now with these scatter plots, we're not going from one point to another to another to another. So this is not playing connect the dots. We really just want to see the scatter plot and then be able to add the trend line. So we just want that first one, the plain scatter plot. Let's go ahead and edit that. We're going to need some titles. A good title, outcome by predictor. What else does this scatter plot need? What did See It let us do? Oh, the line of best fit, right? So we need to add that line of best fit. In Excel, you're going to come under you're going to make sure that your chart is selected. And you're going to come under the chart design ribbon and add a chart element. And down towards the bottom, we've now got trend line. We want to add a linear trend line. We're looking for, is there a linear relationship here? Boy, it added it, but it's very hard to see, isn't it? Even if we make the chart much bigger, it's still very hard to see. If we click on it, we get some options. I don't want it dashed. Okay, complex formatting. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the formatting. Maybe make it a little darker, a little heavier. I think I'm just going to change its color as well, make it stand out a little bit more. And so those were under the format trend line and the paint can. Now you could practice what you know, and you could make scatter plots for your other comparisons. What this hasn't told us is the R value, the correlation coefficient. But Excel will calculate that for us as well. I've come over here to this nice blank cell. Let's learn how to have Excel calculate correlations. Let's just start with the year of award by the age of the actor. So I've just typed those two labels, and here in the cell that intersects, I'm going to want Excel to calculate the correlation between those two variables. I'm going to insert a function, and I'm coming up here to the search, and as I start typing correlation, I see that the Excel abbreviation for that is CORREL. And so it's going to be correlation of array 1 and array 2, and it's going to return the correlation coefficient. That's exactly what we want. So I've double-clicked that, array 1 and array 2. This is year of the award and the age in years. And let's go and find array 1, year of the award, and click array 2, age in years. and then click Done or type Return. We've got a correlation of 0.1598. What if you'd put the variables in the different arrays? What if you'd put the M in array 1 and the K in array 2? Go ahead and check that out and see if it makes any difference at all. Now let's build a whole table of correlations. I'm going to add my other continuous variables. So year of the award, age in years, movie duration. I'm going to copy those labels. And I'm going to go ahead and make a table where they will be intersecting. So I'm going to paste special and choose to transpose those. Let me get rid of this one because it's no longer valid. So I have my 3 variable labels written both across the top of the table and down the side of the table. I now want to mark out the places where it's the same variable. I'm just going to use a series of dashes just to note to myself that that's going to be an empty cell. Excel wants to put a apostrophe before that. That's fine. And let's see, here's the last one, movie duration and movie duration. All right, so we've defined a table with 9 cells in it, but we're only going to use 3 of them. And you can choose, you can use these 3 or you can use those 3. And so here we want to put the correlation of year of the award and age in years. So we're going to choose the function, insert a correlation, year by age, year, done. In this one, we want to insert that function correlation, and we want year by movie, year by movie duration, done. And over here, we want age by movie duration. So movie duration and age, done. And there are our 3 correlations in a very nice table. To reduce clutter, I can eliminate that whole column there. And depending on how you laid yours out, it would either be that column or the last row. So I'm just going to come and say clear the contents for that. Let's just make this a slightly nicer looking table. I'm going to give myself some more space here, highlight those, and wrap, and center. And I'm going to give myself a little bit more space there, and a border under those cells and those cells. And that's looking like a pretty nice table. You could create tables like this and add them to your write-up. You probably only want to either include the table or the scatter plot. Having both of those would be redundant. And that looks like we've pretty much made all of the comparisons that we need to for this data set.